to have a comparison between Budweiser Black Crown and Miller Fortune. Miller Fortune is a beer that I just happened to have seen while shopping one day. Noticed on the case it said 6.9% ABV or something like that. I thought, wow, that's Miller? So I bought it. Unfortunately, it came only in a 12-pack. I would have preferred to have just bought one or a 6-pack at the most. But I have a whole 12-pack of them. I looked it up and see that it's a relatively new beer. It's a American amber, a red lager. And I found out it has 6.9 ABV. It's not an adjunct lager, meaning that instead of using malted grains, adjunct lagers use substitutes, adjuncts. Corn is one of the most common adjuncts that are used in adjunct lagers, at least in the United States. And the reason they do that is because it's for mass production and these adjuncts are cheaper. But you know the saying, you get what you pay for. That's why American beers, one of the reasons American beers have a bad reputation. Made with cheap ingredients, mass produced. And the whole concept behind American beer is just to sell a shitload of beer. So anyway, I also found out that, well, this Budweiser Black Crown might be a direct competitor for the Miller Fortune. Miller Fortune might have been implemented as a response to Budweiser Black Crown. They seem to be in the same category. So I thought I would pick up some Miller Black Crown or Budweiser Black Crown and compare them. Unfortunately, I can only get this in a 12-pack too, so I'm stuck with an entire 12-pack of this. Anyway, let's get down to business here and see how they compare. Alright, so here we have the coloring and the head. So it looks like the head is staying on the Miller a bit longer. Smell. Well, the smell are very similar, but this Miller seems to have some kind of medicine-y or some kind of, I don't know, chemical smell to it. It's hard to describe. I'm going to definitely give the smell of Budweiser. This smell is a tad bit stronger, but the smell itself isn't all that great. Of course, the head appears to be staying on the Miller longer. It's hard to see any bubbles coming up in either one. The coloring is practically identical. I wish I had somebody else here to give these to me where I didn't know which one was which, so I can be more unbiased. But I've already had this, and I don't like it very much. So let's taste it. It's a very smooth beer. It doesn't feel carbonated going in your mouth. It's almost like a semi-flat beer. The carbonation it seems weaker than an average beer. And the flavoring is also weak. It just doesn't have much of a flavor to it. Now, this is going to be the first time I've tasted this. Ain't bad. it's got, the initial flavor is good. The initial flavor going in your mouth is quite good. It's like Budweiser on steroids. Maybe a little bit of a caramel flavor to it. It's difficult to describe. But this is definitely stronger than this, more flavorful. It also feels more carbonated than this. However, after you swallow it, or after the initial flavor in your mouth, then the flavor kind of turns bland. It kind of tastes medicine-y. This one has that medicine-y smell. This one has kind of a medicine-y taste. Interesting. So let's try it with some cheese. We'll see which one washes down the cheese a little bit better. Now this cheese, this is some Russian cheese mixed in with olive oil and some kind of seasonings. Olive oil, garlic, and herbs. So this cheese isn't salty, but it's smooth. Now we'll wash that down with some Budweiser. The cheese definitely helps with the aftertaste. I didn't really experience the aftertaste that much with this after the cheese. Now if this cheese would be more salty and more smoke flavor, then probably even better.